So how do you work with people like Buru? Are they mostly in Jamaica or do they live here in New York?
Now, Bora lives in Kingston. A lot of the artists I deal with live in Kingston, but it's just, I go down there and voice tune, and then I come home and mix it, and just release it up here and release it in Jamaica. Boro kind of close to me because we've been down now, I guess, about 2-3 years. About 3 years, and I just send him some stuff, so it's cool because he can help deal with certain things for me in Jamaica. But it's cool. Like Prisoner of War is out of Seaview, Chiller Wrench is out of St. Anne's.
They are both living in Jamaica too?
It's all Jamaica, yeah. That's Jamaica. Duckman live in Kingston, Spanish Town. Chronicle, I got a lot of tunes coming out with him. He live in Jamaica. Most of them live in Jamaica, except Sweet Tea live in the Bronx. Grizzly live in Brooklyn. My partner Jabba that works with me when I play out, he's my mic man. He live in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm. So how do you keep in touch with all the people in Kingston?
AT&T telephone, no. No, telephone, I mean, them kids. But it's not hard to, enough men know when Bobby Konders reach Kingston. You know what I'm saying? Because they know Bobby's voicing and he's a producer and, enough people looking for me. So it ain't hard to figure out when I'm in town because the word just gets out.
I always thought that you're working more with New Yorker artists.
Well, I voiced Badger Jed, Red Fox. I voiced Mad Lion before he busted. So I'm saying, yeah, man, I'm down with the New York crew. I'm a Brooklyn man. So you know what I'm saying? I got, dealing with them. But it's just that after working with everybody and stuff, I still deal with like Johnny Osborne's in Brooklyn, the Red Foxes in Brooklyn, Sweet Tea's in the Bronx. I just started to develop my own little crew in Jamaica just to try to build something, you know what I'm saying, with some young kids. Okay, we got Boro, okay, and then like I say, Chiller Wrench, Chronicle, and Prisoner of War, and Duckman. So it's just like them some new guys. So you just trying to work with them.
Yeah, but most of the names are new, and so I thought they must be from here, because especially Duckman, I've never heard of.
No, but Duckman carry a little swing in Jamaica because he's a little does some wicked shows.
And he's got a wicked crazy style.
Yeah. So he got little props just from stage show, and dances and stuff, and maybe not outside of Jamaica, but in Kingston and them places they know of him.
So when you produce a track, what market do you have in mind? The American market or the Jamaican market?
I think straight up when I do a certain tune, like I felt like when I did Breathe Again, I felt that kind of had crossover appeal. Like when we say like crossover appeal up here, I'm just thinking of New York. I'm not thinking of Baltimore, Chicago, and them places, because when you're doing like reggae music or dancehall music, you can't even think of them places, because that's more of a straight up American pop market or whatever, or soul or hip hop or whatever. But most time it's either just like the reggae market, or I say, well, maybe this reggae tune the hip hop crew may like. Now when I do reggae hip hop, I'm thinking straight up American ghetto kids, not even American like New York, you know what I'm saying? Because the production's more of New York hip hop. Like kids in the neighborhood, out around here.
So you see the reggae market as a kind of international market, or what?
I would think so, yeah, because we export enough tune to Japan and I guess Europe, you know what I'm saying? Because certain tunes may export even better than they sell locally, because even if you sell locally, you're not going to really make no money in Jamaica. You release the tunes down there to get your props, and it helps the artist down there, and establish a label and all of that. But you may just like sell tune on Church Avenue, like in the Jamaican neighborhoods with the reggae music. You know what I'm saying? With the reggae hip hop, it's gonna sell maybe more into the American stores, or, the hip hop stores locally. And then if you get real big, it might even sell out of town in other American cities. But there's like strong followings, I guess, in certain places in Europe and especially in Japan that love reggae music and just buy it immediately. They export 500 copies right away.
So when did you start pressing up 7 inches?
I guess I started the label back in around 91, I think. And I maybe just started going to Jamaica around them times. And maybe around 92, 93. Not everything released in Jamaica released in New York gets pressed on 7-inch. I more or less do that just for the straight up Jamaican artists. You know what I'm saying? That are living down there You know, and I'm learning. It's like I'm a music man, so I'm still learning the business of the reggae business in New York and then also in Jamaica. You know, just the whole politics of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, of dollars, you know, for the radio man and for the charts and all this old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Everyone want to get hit off. You know? You know what I'm saying? Hit off, right?
Yeah.
Everyone looking for something.
I guess I saw the first massive P7 inches a year ago or so.
Nah, that was that before then, because I had tunes. When I released Half Pint, Winner Takes It All, and them said a tune, that was on 7-inch in Jamaica. That's when I started doing it, around them time.
Cause but when I first 7-inch, I thought, yeah, now it's really doing it.
No. I know certain people would feel that too, you know, because then a lot of people even feel like it's a yard label, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, man, I was doing it with, like I said, the Half Pint Winner Takes It All, Nicodemus, and all them tunes back then. It's just that I didn't really have no promotion, and I was just learning that aspect of it, you know? You know, like the business end of it. So, it's going stronger now because, you know, tunes are getting on the chart and, you know, heads are playing them more. You know?
Yeah, we're coming, before we went to New York, we've been to London, we've been to Dubwender.
Yeah, there enough of my tune over there?
Yeah, especially the Chronicle one. People were buying it like crazy.
Yeah, well, he's wicked because, you know, he sounds very much like Barrington Levy, and, you know, it just how like a Snow may sound like a Junior Reed or Michael Rose or something like that. You know, he got them styles. Chronicle got like a Barrington Levy style. And, you know, it's always, you know, ghetto kids always like that style. So I got some rough tunes coming out with Chronicle.
And for the American market, it's all 12 inches.
Well, the 7 inches, some of them come up here, but I don't really try to bring them up here as much because the only way I can make some money off of the 12-inch releases is if the 12 inch is in the store, not the 7-inch. Now, straight up hip hop stores sell 12-inch mostly, but like the hardcore Jamaican stores, I mean, I don't mind if a couple of them get my 7 inches, but then that kills my 12-inch sales. And directly, I'm not making no food or money off of the 7-inch because someone else has brought them in from Kingston, you know, and I didn't really bring them in.
So what are the most important reggae stores here in New York?
Straight up stores, I mean, like, I could probably say this store is like a hip-hop store, house music and reggae. Rock and Soul in Manhattan, I feel, is a very good store because they push mad numbers, especially if the tune gets to the American crew. Then you have, like, downtown Brooklyn, you got Beach Street. Okay, up on Fordham Road, you got another Beach Street. They're good stores for DJs and stuff. Now, when you're talking maybe more straight-up yard stores, like on White Plains Road, there's a bunch of stores. You know, you got Moody's and you got New Look, you know what I'm saying? And some other stores. So, my stuff gets in them stores. And then you got on Church Avenue, you know, you got mad stores in Brooklyn and Flatbush, but I'd say like Superpower is probably one of the main ones. You know, then obviously like on Jamaica Avenue at VP Records and Original Records get my stuff, you know.
So VP run a store too?
They have a store also, yeah.
See.
Yeah, because that's it. That's where the distribution started out of, was the store.
So would you say that Brooklyn is the center of reggae music in New York?
Probably. I guess Brooklyn, to us, we think is the center of the world, but no. It's like, yeah, definitely. You know, probably we feel that. I feel like if you're a reggae artist, if you ain't in Kingston, you need to be in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to a certain studio like Don Juan or whatever, and there's enough. As soon as the artists come in town, they go right there to voice dub for New York sounds. Like, you know, Cobra was there yesterday, the other day Jigs and King, and saw Sugar Mine up there. You know what I'm saying? All the superstars, that's where they pass to do there. It's like like a little jammies, I guess, or whatever, arrows, you know, just for them to voice dub and all them things.
So, how's the reggae scene organized over here? Is it like in Jamaica with sound systems, dub plates?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the best sounds in the world right now is out of Brooklyn, and that's King Eddie's with Tony Matterhorn and Babyface. I mean, they just clashed was it Jawa in Jamaica? I mean, they're everything that comes out, before it comes out, they got on dub. You know, so Addie's they're great. They're dope, whatever you want to call them.
What other New York sounds would you
there's so much sounds in New York. I mean, probably 100 sounds in Brooklyn alone, right? 100 in the Bronx. I don't know. There's so much sounds. You got Downbeat the Ruler and old time sound. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Spectrum. You got that Freak. Road's more of a club sound, but so much sound. You got, you know.
And how's your own sound doing? Is it really a sound? Massive beat?
Well, we play out alongside the sound that we play in clubs, but you know, me being more like, I guess, a club guy, to play in the clubs, although we could play alongside sound, because, you know, we play alongside sounds a lot of times, and I go by Mad Dub, you know. Not as much as Addies, obviously, or Stone Love, but I mean, we could represent, you know what I'm saying? Because still a lot of times in the dance, and for the girls, you got to juggle tune, and the people want to hear the record, you know, they want to hear some dub or whatever sometimes. But I got enough dub, you know.
So you can press up dub plates right up here in New York?
Yeah, man. A lot of places in Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens. A lot of places cut dub plates. A lot of times I'll just go voice my special in yard and come home and cut it.
And when you DJ, what style do you play?
Depends, you know, for the crowd. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time we're playing for a younger crowd, a ghetto crowd or whatever, and they want to hear the jump up stuff. Early juggling, you might play the slower things. You know, but we still play some hip hop in the set or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, some Method Man and Biggie Smalls and all them, you know? Depending for the crowd. Hardcore Jamaican crowd may not do that, you know? Especially how many sounds we're playing with. But, you know, we're going to play jump up rhythms and stuff for the kids and break it down, you know, oldies and all that shit.
How do you feel about jungle?
I think, like, I look at jungle as the equivalent to America has reggae hip hop. I feel that's like European or English's style or something different off of reggae. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not dissing it. There's one or two records I heard that I liked. You know what I'm saying? But I still think that's more like the ghetto kids here, the Yankee kids that would maybe have to back that. I don't think that the ghetto kids here are going to back that because they like reggae. And then if they want to hear an alternative, they'll be in a reggae hip-hop. And the bass music is not that big up here, except maybe go to certain dances, you may hear a couple Luke Skywalker records for the girls, you know what I'm saying? But instead of like a jungle mix of a particular tune, they'd probably rather hear the regular mix of the hit tune, which is the reggae mix. You know what I'm saying? So that's not really, I think some of like the techno heads and acid heads and all them kids and ecstasy taking motherfuckers, they probably into that. You know, I heard their village heads is into it a little bit. But out here in Brooklyn, I don't really hear anybody touching that shit.
I think it's really a British thing, and to really understand it, you have to see it in London.
Yeah, my man told me, I got a good friend from England, you know what I'm saying? And he broke it down for me, but still, you know, I'm just saying from the music point of view. You know, he said to be 3,000 heads and they all taking drugs or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I like to smoke my weed, but I don't need to take a drug to get into a music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but weed is the main drug in the jungle scene.
Is it? I don't know. You know, I'm saying it's all good. You know, that's their thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to diss that. You know, if it gets big, it gets big, and maybe I'd have to try to get into it. You know, I don't know. You always gotta be. I feel like you always gotta be willing to adapt and change. You know.
So when did you stop producing house music?
I don't know. I've been meaning to try to do a thing the last 2 years. I just haven't gotten around to it. I guess around 91, 92. One of the last things I did was with Robert Owens, that one song called As One. But I was more into the deep house scene, a lot of Mr. Fingers kind of things. If you ever heard any of the house stuff I did, there was that deep, dubby kind of thing, and that scene is kind of dead out here, you know what I'm saying? So I just slowly strayed away, you know what I mean? Because I always was a big fan of when I was in the like house scene or whatever. I mean, when I would go parlay in that kind of crowd, I always like to listen to Tony Humphries or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Them kind of style. Slowly falling off this chair, right? But it just seemed, you know, ain't nothing happening with it, you know? And I could probably do a record or two in might sell a little bit, I don't know. I just haven't eased away from it, I don't know, and slowly doing different things, you know? But I don't know. I still like it. I tell you that I don't even know where to go to hear that kind of music. Right now, I heard there's 1 or 2 spots in the neighborhood that I know kids from back in the day. You know, they doing it because just the Manhattan club scene is kind of ain't nothing happening.
So where the best reggae dances take place?
Depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a club or if you're looking for a dance hall, you know what I'm saying? But you can go to Flatbush around Church Avenue and up to Tilden. There's about 8, 9 clubs and halls that do dance. You know, so I mean, like last night we played in Flatbush out there in Brooklyn, and dancing until 6 in the morning, crack of dawn. You know.
And are there many outdoor dances taking place in the summer?
Sometimes, yeah. There's certain shows and stage show and them kind of things, but still, New York, Brooklyn, usually dances are inside. People have backyard parties, I guess, still, but the dances are more inside.
Tell me about this Stalag Rhythm compilation and all the versions that you've put out. Why have you gone back to Stalag?
It's a favorite rhythm of mine, I guess that's why.
Can you include the name?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like the Stalag rhythm, it's just one of them bad boy rhythms, you know, we always liked, you know, so I just try to lick it like the original, you know what I'm saying? And then it just, you know, I had certain tunes like, I knew like the Red Fox, Mashup Dances, the Johnny Osborne, Relick a Classic, Nicodemus, Susie Wong, you know what I'm saying? Them tunes, and put a couple of my younger kids on it. It's rough. That rhythm can't never die, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what I found interesting was the combination of DJs and singers, because you used some really new names, then you went back and hooked up with some really old guys from...
Yeah, well, I know certain tunes was classic tunes, and me, I'm not, if I see a kid and he wants a chance, I just bring him, you know what I'm saying? Like, King Solomon, for instance, he came by and he was trying to start his own label. And I just said, well, let me hear your tape, and, you know, you're a good kid, and I just said, well, he said he voiced for certain man so much time and the tune never came out. I told him, well, ain't much money running, but, you know, we could try a thing and just get your name on a record, you know what I'm saying? So I just voiced him and put him out. It's the same way like I met Sweet Tea, seen her in the record store, they said, yo, there go Bobby Konders, and boom, I said, well, if you'll sing it, then sing. And they had a little record store and they had a version playing, and she started singing, so I said, boom, we just link up and try to do this, I have an idea. And we did that, and we did Breathe Again, you know, so I try to, you know, obviously when you get the bigger names, it's going to help to sell the CD, but, you know, we still try a thing with some new kids. You know, and with, for instance, Sweet Tea, that shit got real good because she made enough money off of that tune, you know, and get a little video and all them things. So anything can work, you know, with the, you know, when I licked the Taxi rhythm, I think that was before the Stalag. You know, I devised, like Johnny Osborne sung Reasons over again for me, then Junior Reed voiced a tune for me, and I had the Bubblers, and I voiced the rest of my crew. You know, yeah, some love business now. And then, oh boy, you could drop the mic and shit. No.